So, you want to get smarter? I mean, really, truly smarter. Forget all the philosophical debates and those useless brain hacks you see online. Today, we're going to break down a method that's simple, it's practical, and best of all, it actually works.
We're all sold this idea that the path to being smart is pretty straightforward. Just spend like half your life in school, collect a bunch of degrees, and you're smart, right? Well, the reality can hit a little differently. You might come out of it with a perfect command of the English language, but not a whole lot else to show for it.
And of course, if you go looking for a shortcut online, you're going to find the usual suspects. Eat more blueberries, listen to Mozart, take another IQ test. Look, these things aren't bad for you, but they're total distractions. They're not the main event, because at some point, you actually have to, learn something.
So let's just stop for a second and redefine our goal here. When most of us say we want to be smarter, we're not really talking about a number on a test, are we? We're talking about getting real, tangible results in the real world.
Let's just be honest with ourselves. We want to learn skills that are actually useful, preferably skills that make us some money. We want to get good at solving problems, get better grades to open up doors, and yeah, maybe to flex a little. And this is a big one, we want to sound intelligent when we talk to people, but in a cool, respectable way, not in a way that just makes everyone's eyes glaze over.
The foundation for all of this stuff is actually surprisingly simple. It all starts with one thing. You need to read. This is how you get the raw materials, the information that you're eventually going to turn into actual intelligence.
And it really helps to break down what you read. Fiction? It's awesome. It's fantastic for boosting your reading speed and your vocabulary. And hey, let's be real, sometimes it feels like you're hanging out with friends. But nonfiction? Oh, that's your secret weapon. That's the ammo you need for those intelligent conversations we were just talking about.
But, and this is a huge but, there is a right way and a very wrong way to share what you learn. Imagine someone says, "Man, it's crazy how we evolved from chimpanzees." And you hit them with this. Well, actually, you might be technically correct, but you've also just become that person. The one nobody wants to talk to. It just sounds so arrogant.
Okay, rewind. Let's try that again. Same situation, right? But this time, you go, "It is crazy," right? I was reading the other day, and then you share that cool fact. See the difference? It's night and day. You're teaching them something new, but you're not making them feel stupid. That's how you earn respect.
Right. So you've read something interesting. You know how to share it without being annoying. But how do you make sure it doesn't just go in one ear and out the other a week later? This brings us to the absolute core of this whole thing. Knowledge is completely useless unless you apply it.
See, your brain is all about efficiency. It's like a ruthless project manager. If you learn something, but you never ever use it, your brain just flags it as useless junk and deletes it to make more room. It is a straight-up use it or lose it system, no exceptions.
And this is exactly why just starting is so powerful. You've probably heard of the learning curve, or the 80-20 rule. It basically means your biggest wins happen right at the very beginning. That first little bit of effort, say the first 20%, can get you like 80% of the way there. It's a massive, massive return on your initial investment.
I mean, think about something simple, like learning to tie a tie. No one, and I mean no one, ever learned that by just watching a video. You learn by having the video on with the tie in your hands, pausing it, rewinding it, and actually doing the steps. You consume the info, and then you immediately apply it. That's the only way.
So that's great for a hands-on skill, but what about stuff you can't just go out and practice right away? What if you read about how to jumpstart a car, but you don't have, a dead car sitting in your driveway? The answer is so much simpler than you think. You use the most powerful computer you have, right between your ears. You imagine. This is what's called mental simulation. You read the steps, or you watch the video, and then you close your eyes and you vividly, and I mean vividly, imagine the whole scenario. It's your car. It's a cold night. You're opening the hood. You're connecting the red cable, then the black cable. You walk through the entire thing in your head. By doing that, you're tricking your brain into thinking it's already used this information, and that makes it essential, memorable.
This is actually what the school system tries to do when you think about it. A test is just a temporary, high-stakes, imaginary situation. It's designed to force your brain to hold on to all that information. But here's the problem, right? The second that test is over, the situation is gone. And your brain just goes, "Okay, cool, don't need that anymore." And poof, it's gone.
So, if reading is the fuel and application, whether it's real or imagined, is the engine, then what's the ultimate vehicle for this whole process? What is the absolute best format for getting smart, fast?
You ready for this? It's the humble textbook. I know,
I know it's not sexy, it's not a flashy YouTube video, but for serious, efficient, deep learning, it is absolutely unbeatable. It's S tier.
So why? Why are old-school textbooks so good? Well, first, there's no fluff. It's pure, concentrated information. But most importantly, they are literally built for application. They are packed with practice questions and problems at the end of every chapter that force you to take what you just read and use it immediately. They make you simulate the exact situations where that knowledge is actually valuable.
So, there you have it. That's the whole playbook. The method is incredibly simple. Consume concentrated information and then immediately apply it, either for real or just through vivid imagination. It's not some magic trick, it's a process. So the only question left is, what are you going to choose to master first?